Hello, everyone. This is Drop the Mic Live Mic, and it's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's go and let's get it, guys. Share this live, share this live, share this live, people. Let's go, let's go, let's go. The topic of discussion for tonight is... Hold on one second as I share my live. Okay, let's go, people. Hello, Kings. What's going on? The topic of discussion for tonight is co-parenting, children, decisions, and suggestions. Okay, so that's what we're doing tonight. All right, we are discussing co-parenting. We're discussing suggestions. We're giving suggestions, discussing no bashing. We're not bashing tonight. First of all, let me be very clear. Co-parenting has to do with the male and the female. Okay. No bashing tonight. We are coming up with solutions tonight, all right? And I'm glad that you put that on the forefront. No bashing, okay? Share this live with 5 different people, all right? Share this live. As you guys continue to share this live with 5 people, there's going to be at least 2 to join. And I'm going to write the topic of discussion in, so as the people come on, they don't have to guess what we're talking about, okay? What's going on, man? Peace King, what's going on? Co-parenting, okay? Co-parenting said no bashing. No bashing who? No bashing who? Because you sound like you want to say no bashing men. But co-parenting has nothing to do with bashing the men, okay? Has nothing to do with it. Co-parenting, children, decisions, okay? Decisions and suggestions, all right? Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. I'm going to pin this conversation for the night. All right. And I really want you guys to really get some emphasis on this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we do. If you want to jump on, you're more than welcome to. And that's that. Bash men if they want to. I am here now. Exactly. So there will be none of that. All right. There will be none of that. I want you guys to share this live, though. I want you guys to continue to share this live. I'm going to share it one last time before I get into the topic. We just going to get right into it. It's nothing else to talk about. There's just nothing else. Yes, guys. Yes. But there is a lot to talk about tonight. There is a lot to talk about, and I'm glad y'all joined. All right. The male energy is always warranted. So let's just get right into it. What is co-parenting? Okay, what is co-parenting? All right. The definition of co-parenting is sharing the duties of raising a child, right? As adults, we all know what sharing the duties of raising a child is, right? However, we also do it in different ways. Okay, we all have our different ways of when it comes to sharing the duties of raising a child. Okay, some may feel that more is needed. Some may feel that less is needed. Some may feel that none is needed, depending on the situation, to be honest. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. But the generalization of of co-parenting is sharing the duties, okay, of raising a child. All right. So as a man and a woman, we both know that we have to raise this kid together. Okay. This is what we know. All right. So now, what we don't know is that there are 3 different styles of co-parenting. Okay. 3 different styles of co-parenting. It might be more depending on the situation. All right. Hey, Queen, what's going on? What is going on? Yes, I'm glad. And I got a queen on here with me tonight with all these kings. All right. So, yeah. So let's just get into the different types of co-parenting, okay? Because I did a little bit of research and I was like, wow, I didn't know it was different types of co-parenting, right? I didn't know. Hold on a minute, because I got some echo on me. All right, so I didn't know the different styles of co-parenting, okay, when it came to co-parenting. So I'm just gonna let you guys know we have parallel parenting, we have confidential co-parenting, okay, we have we have conflicted co-parenting, we have parallel co-parenting, and we have cooperative co-parenting. Okay, now, all right, yes, you already know, Queen. Yes, exactly. So there are 3 different styles of co-parenting, which is very unique to me. So I'm just going to go into that before we get into anything else. And you guys can let me know which style works for y'all. Which style have y'all seen? Which style have y'all been through? So on and so forth. Okay. So effective co-parenting helps lower children's stress levels and anxiety levels, right? It can also help reduce the conflicts between the parents that negatively impact the children. Okay, that's effective co-parenting. Let's keep in mind the word effective. Effective means a lot and it goes a long way. Okay, things only go right when it's effective. Okay, anything other than that, it's not going to go right. Period. So now that we're breaking down the different styles of co-parenting, parallel parenting, okay, which is shared parenting in which parents interact as little as possible with each other while maintaining their relationships. Okay. Now, a lot of parents do that. Like a lot of parents, you know, they share the responsibilities of a child, but they lessen their conversations, they lessen their communication. Okay. And they're able to still effectively co-parent. All right. So that's just one style of co-parenting. I'm just putting this out there for the people who don't know and who don't know that there's different styles of co-parenting. Okay. Conflicted co-parenting. All right. A high degree of conflict and little to no cooperation between parents. The conflicted co-parenting is when we see the parents bickering and fighting all the time. They get nowhere with nothing. There's no solution. Nobody is happy, and it just goes all the way left all the time. Okay. Cooperative co-parenting. Cooperative co-parenting. I think we all know what that is, but I'm going to read it anyway. This is where parents put the well-being of their children first, and it is often difficult to attain. So, for example, they talk over children's problems, they coordinate household rules and child rearing practices. You know, they adapt to their schedules to fit their child's needs. So basically, it has anything to do with the child's needs. So whatever the child wants, the parents are on the same page, and they're working it out due to the child needs. That's how they cooperative co-parenting. Okay. So now, in reading all of these different types of styles of co-parenting, it doesn't seem like anything is necessarily quote unquote wrong with any of the styles of co-parenting. Okay. However, there's more deets and there's more details into all of these different styles of co-parenting. Okay. And sometimes all the different styles of co-parenting cross. Okay. And that's where problems happen. That's where problems become a problem. Right. So now, my first question is, so once co-parenting becomes a decision, right? Wait, not even. What leads so many of us to this place? What leads so many of us to this place when it comes to co-parenting? We have jump shots coming on. Oh, jump shots.
What's up?
That little mannequin back there.
What I miss?
That mannequin back there. That's what we miss.
Oh, the mannequin?
Yes. It scared the shit out of me. Yes. I was like, what is going on? Is it Halloween? Okay, Chanel. All right. She joined in the conversation as well. I like it. Let's go. So look, check this out. I'm also on YouTube right now, guys. I'm going live stream. So if you don't catch me on Instagram Live, get on YouTube. Okay. I'm Shannon E. I am Shannon_E on YouTube. Okay. So what leads so many of us to this place of co-parenting? Like, why are we in this place so often of having to co-parent?
Well, I think it reinforced the value system. I think.
What you mean? Explain that.
If a couple breaks up, I think women want to reinforce with the husband, with the father, role is to the child. You know, like if a child, like me and I'm a basketball coach, I coach a lot of boys from single parent homes.
Okay.
So the mother may look at the coach to be the role model for their child. You know, they looking at us in a position of power. But I think if they got a rocky relationship with that boy's father, then they need to realize that you still have to big up their father in their eyes. Go ask your father how to do this. Go pour your father. You know, they got to relate that power. They can't, because they're going to assume all the control if the child is living with the mother, but they still got to reinforce, well, you need to ask your father about that. Well, you need to call your father and see what he's saying. You know, just to bring that male dominance back.
I'm going to request you right now.
Now, they got a rocky relationship. They're not going to do that. They may just, you know, call their brother or ask their father, yo, little Jason's cutting up, what should I do? And now they done cut the father out of his job responsibilities.
Okay, so hold on, Jump Shots, because you said a few things. You said a few things, and all of them, you know, they apply. However, I just want to break it down so we don't get conflicted. Because one of the things that you did mention was, you know, you still have to big the kid up to the far, you know. Well, you're speaking in terms of a man right now, right? You're not speaking in general. You're speaking in terms of a man because you're coming from a man's point of view. So one of the things you said was that the mom basically has to continue to like big the father up, whether they together or not, right? Now, what I will say is this. I do agree. I do agree with that. I agree with that on both parties, right? The only thing that I'm going to say is that it's difficult. It becomes difficult if the parents are not on the same page. And at the same time, so it's kind of like unrealistic. So, and at the same time,
it's realistic for those who are on the same page.
No, yeah, it's realistic for those who are on the same page, but it's unrealistic for those who are not on the same page to force that and enforce that. Like, so and on top of that, it's like, dang, I forgot what I was gonna say aside from that, but that's one of the difficulties, you know. Another thing, what?
I'm reading the Queen comment.
Right. It say when parents break up, they both share a guilt of taking something away from their child. So they both agree to co-parent with hopes of filling that void that child will have upon breaking up. Right.
That's all.
That would be effective co-parenting though, right?
No matter what I was going to say is no matter what, it has everything. Once you created the child, everything changes. Before you created the child, you're supposed to have a certain mind state and thought process anyway. Once the child get here, though, which is all, it usually happens like this, the thought process, the mind state won't be right. Once the star seed gets here, everything changes. It should change to the most productive way to raise that child, or grow that child, let me say that correctly. Now, with the co-parenting situation, I honestly feel like every single form...
Don't be answering all my questions before I ask them. Don't do that. But just to elaborate, like what Jump Shots was saying, like I do agree that would be like a healthy forum for a co-parenting search.
One thing I want to say, one thing I know and I'm experiencing, because you know my life, respect. Respect is the main thing.
Wait.
My homegirl Allie just joined us.
All right, let's go. Feel free to jump on if you like. We have space for one more person. So, all right. So let me ask another question. Is having a child together not enough to keep things solid between two individuals?
You asking me if it is?
Yes. Is having a child together not enough to keep things solid between two individuals? Obviously, we can see that it's not, right? We can see that it's not. But I won't, but I also believe that it could.
It's like a reason. That's what you're saying. Like it's a reason that to keep it solid. when you have a star seed?
Yeah, like basically, like, is that not enough? Like you know, to
that's what women do to try to keep a man that they know they're gonna lose. He was good.
Is that only women?
Nah, I'm
gonna give her 3 kids, so she never leave me.
Is that only women?
The respect thing is the main. They have to see the respect between each other, no matter what.
Hello, Queen, and I have a new face. Welcome to Drop the Mic Live, Mike. Let's get it.
I'm still laughing at what you just said, like 2 minutes ago. Do not be answering all my questions before I.
Right. Because he always do that. So
what's good, Coach? I ain't even say nothing. All right.
So does the separation have to do with the thought process prior to having a child, right? Does it have anything to do, like the separation between two people after having a child? Do you guys think that it has anything to do with the thought process before having a child? And I'm going to use an example. So, okay, so you get with someone and you don't really know them like that, right? So you're more or less like, you're just in the moment or whatever the case may be. And you have a child. What was the thought process in that moment? Does that affect as to why people, you know, have to co-parent?
Well, I think breakups happen when a child is born like that.
One's a mommy said yes, absolutely.
Didn't expect to be in a family with this person. You know, it may be a great, you know, boyfriend girlfriend situation, but you may not be looking at them as a family. So now, once the child is born, it may be obvious that it's not going to work. But he or she may have been good for dating, but not for family. It goes on both sides. You know, some guys may not be into that girl. Some girls may not that this guy her dreams. Oh, he's a good father, but he's not the guy of my dreams.
Yes.
It's not just the guy. It's, you know, the upbringing of both people. Like, how were you raised? How did your parents raise you? How are you learning to raise your kids? So this person wants to raise their children that way. This person wants to do it that way. And, well, does everybody know how to come to a happy agreement? Or is there one person in the relationship that likes to do but what about that time that you...
Right.
I hate those words.
Right.
If somebody says that to me, get out of my face.
And you know what's so crazy? I do agree. It has a lot to do with your upbringing. You definitely need to know people's families for all multiple reasons. However, I also do, because I'm very optimistic. So I do feel like if you get to know someone long enough, like, you know, by like dating long enough, like really getting to know someone, not knowing them, you know, you'll never fully know someone, but long enough to know where their mindset is when it comes to having children, when it comes to raising children, which I want, you will see if you guys agree on a lot of things or not. Yeah, compatible on a lot of things, and not when it comes to the kids specifically, you know, how you going to raise your child. So I do feel like, you know, even though you may come from a certain background, as long as y'all probably have like the same thought process and dating long enough to discuss these things and relate to these things, you might be all right.
Like, even diet, like, you know, most people even eat the same, like, say both people were raised in healthy households, well, there's one compatibility, check it off the list. It doesn't have to be food related, but at least that's going to add to a positive upbringing, because both people were raised in healthy food upbringing. So, well, they're going to take what they learned, pass it down to the child.
Right. We have in a comment. So one's a mommy said, but you don't have to be close to that person to co-parent the child. Didn't ask to be here, but he or she is here. So now both should be able to put that issue to the side for the child's sake. But hold on. That's a tall order. I'm just saying. That's a lie. That's a lie. she's 100% correct. She's 150% correct. However, that's like telling somebody to do something. That's telling a grown adult you should be doing this.
Yeah, I give her part of that comment. That's why I said the comment.
That's a tall order. You know what I'm saying?
You know I study, so you know what I study. So as far as like the child, we're not gonna go there that part. But like the other part, I feel like she's right. The star seed. Once the star seed get here, it should be a willingness. It should be an awareness first that something is wrong. If you got to talk about co-parenting, and then it should be a willingness to make it work for the child in the best way. Right. As far as being, I have knowledge, so I know like we on this planet for a reason. I ain't even gonna play about that. We all down here for a reason. So like these babies here for a reason too. They like, I ain't gonna say who created them and put them down here, nothing like that. But everybody down here for a reason. These star seeds be having souls that's old. The flesh is young.
Yeah.
So you gotta really see the star seed. See, you know I'm talking about him.
It's
his birthday. Today's solar birthday.
Oh, he's so cute.
Oh, happy birthday! Happy birthday! Bless my conversation tonight because I got new faces and everything going here. I got who that in the back? Charlene back there. Jump shots.
But as far as like, I like this conversation because I experienced it in all forms. So like, I was a victim of co-parenting, I guess, or whatever you want to say. I was raised that way. Then I was bounced around from different homes, and then at a point in time in my relationship, I had to co-parent for a point in time. That's how I know respect is really, 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 really needed. And
we're gonna get to that.
That's one of the main keys. Yeah, that's one of the main keys.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get to that.
I witnessed different types of. I thought you was gonna say toxic, toxic co-parenting. Like I witnessed different types of it.
Yeah, yo, that has a lot to do with it as well.
Baby, care about nothing. Like that's the type.
Wanda mommy said nope because they both made the baby and it was cool when it was all good between them. But now since things aren't going their way, now F the child, he don't deserve both parents. Right. But once again, we can only control what we can control. We can't control the other party and how they feel. And every party, once the situation becomes heightened, every party feels that they're accurate and that they're correct. Right. So that's another thing that I kind of want to go into is like often at times in a co-parenting situation, the focus gets lost depending on how heightened the situation is. Okay. So now it's not even any longer about the child. You know what I mean? Like, so that's a whole nother entity to the co-parenting situation. Right. You know, so once co-parenting becomes the decision, right? So now we gonna try to work it out for the child. Once co-parenting becomes a decision, why does it become so difficult?
Who we talking to?
We talking to everybody on here.
Wait before I talk.
Whoever answers it, I think that's like intro.
I ain't gonna answer every question.
Jump shots, we on you.
I think the man and the woman both coming from their point of view. So I think you want everybody to keep as much as they shirt on in the deal as possible. You know, you want the child to be diverse and they think. So at some point, it's some times when you compromise, and then some point, so many times you gotta go. Nah, I think this is the better route. You know, it's gonna be a compromise, but both men and women. I think when it comes to the daughter, the mother may take the lead, and she may be valid or her lead. When it comes to the boys, the father should take the lead, and we may be valid.
But why you think that?
Depending on circumstances, because I have a son and his well, he's sleeping, but the the other one decided that it was more normal to live in the woods than to stay around. So fortunately, I have my other half who already lives in Los Angeles, and my son is doing very well, but I take the lead, not the father, because he's not. If he was taking the lead, my son would be going to school wearing raccoon tails and deer skin and some weird shit that.
They know. They said no bashing. So, but jump shots. And I honestly do want to understand why you. I honestly do want to understand why you picked genders when it came to that comment.
Right, because let's say the mother may feel, I want to put her in ballet, I want to put her in dance, I want to put her in cheerleading, whatever. And guys, the father, we may go, well, we want to put him in sports. So if you got that respect for your significant other, you may let her take the lead. But when you see that it's going left or going overboard, then you want to interject. But it goes back to what King said. If you're looking at us in a position of respect, or looking at her in a position of respect, we may let them take the lead and just, have some input on it. But, men boys and women make girls. So we have to give the leeway to the gender on certain decisions.
What about the mothers that just want?
It sounds like somebody bashing that don't want nobody bashing. Yeah.
We're not going to
No, one thing about Drop the Mic Live Mic, everybody opinion matters, and it's very much opinionated, and that's what makes it what it is.
Wow. First and foremost, wow. Check this out. So I was about to say, it comes in so crazy. I was about to say something, but we are that table. I was about to say we don't have the elders to go to get the wisdom that we need with these situations, so we try to deal with them with ourselves, right?
Yes.
Don't tell nobody, don't tell the school, don't tell neighbor, blah, blah, blah. You feel me? Us doing this, it just came to me. Like, us doing this is that table. Like,
yes, absolutely. Shout out to Drop the Mic Live Mic. Absolutely.
That's the way that this just came.
Word.
Where I'm going with this is, we're all, like, I was trying to wait, but we're all the way wrong because of all of our mindsets. Like, how we was raised. You get what I'm saying? Even like, it's hard to know what a man is supposed to be in this world, because women had to take the will and absorb the masculine energy to survive out here. So in the households, there's a lot of tug and pulling where the female is being overly masculine. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when you're doing that, you get in the mindset of you don't need nobody. And you don't need this, you don't need that. Yeah, we created this baby together, but I still don't. My mind is I don't need you. I grew up this way. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That is, and then you don't fully understand what feminine energy really is. It doesn't just mean you're a girl.
Right.
We don't have the right. Let me say, information of ourselves in order to create something else anyway. So as we create and recreate, we just recreate. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Messes, but we are making big messes.
Yes.
And when we create a star seed and our star seed fell, we feel like we fell. Now we want to look back at the 30 years that we was arguing and fighting and blah, 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 because he died in the streets. Now we want to hate each other.
Right.
It's a lot of, but it has to do with our natural, our natural selves. When you know who you are, you respect yourself. That's just gonna force you to respect you. You get up, you wash you get up and stand, you brush your teeth, you get your own money. It forces me to respect you as of just nature. Nature. When we, like she said, growing up in the house, eating correctly, you will align that same way. As it goes up to your brain, you'll start to think correctly. You get what I'm saying? Then it won't be as crazy to where co-parenting is a decision because everything is thought. You
right.
want to be able to find the correct thought. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's
energy.
We just all a big mess, and we got to rewind this motherfucker and relearn ourselves because, honestly, the woman is supposed to receive. That's on the physical, mental, y'all receive a lot. That's what femininity is. Receiving.
Yeah, receiving.
It's not about being this, even though that is feminine. But you get what I'm saying? It's about receiving. It's receiving.
Yeah.
With a force. What I'm learning in my co-parents, well, I ain't co-parenting, I ain't gonna lie, but and the way my life is, I'm always out the house. So like, but what I learned is when it comes to because I got girls too. When it comes to them, I make sure as being the man, I don't limit them from being a woman.
Right.
I'm there to structure and correct them.
Right.
So I do let the mother take the role. I let the queen take the role. Like he said, I let her because I respect her as a queen. I respect you, the mother. Like, and you know them more than me. Like, it's your DNA.
And but I also feel that should come with both male and female child in certain areas.
I just you raise like he was saying, like the king was saying, but in a different term, you raise a queen, you raise a nation.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So like, the woman is, you know what I study. So the woman to me is very valuable.
Yeah.
The woman to me is very valuable. As a man, we have no choice but to respect that. We come after you. It's just like if we was in a race and the first place winner won and the second place winner came across the line, you get what I'm saying? You beat the rebel of shaking.
Yes.
Now, as far as creation, you guys were first. And we got to come to y'all to create.
Mm-hmm.
There was a point in time I gave you that information.
Right.
Where y'all could create by yourself.
Right.
Wow, I just realized my parents are compatible with their names. It's like they go way ancient with their names, and I didn't even realize
That's crazy.
My mother's name is Sarah. My dad is Edward, and his middle name is Arthur.
Wow. So so I have another question. How does the difficulties affect the parent? We often think that the co-parenting situation only affects the child, but the difficulties of the co-parenting situation highly affects parents. Okay, so some of the things that I mentioned was like extra stress, on the parent, extra stress on the kids, like mental instabilities, lack of focus in your own life. Okay, the lack of focus on the child and the importance in their well-being. And that was just a few things in regards to how it affects the parent with the co-parenting situations.
There was depression. I've seen a lot of depression.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of,
and that has to do with the mental instabilities.
I've seen a lot of, even though I make sure my kids got the newest whatever, you get what I'm saying? Like, I see the depression. Like, they know they don't have what they need. It's energy. It's all that energy of the father being able to be in the house or available, being called on. He's the structure. Don't make me call your father. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a real man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference. I do see that. I'm not gonna lie. I see that, and I don't have to be in my house every day.
Right. It's a lot of things that come with that. When there's a lot of co-parenting situations aren't forced to be co-parenting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, are forced to be co-parenting. Like, it's not always a situation where both parties agree. You know what I'm saying? And that can cause a lot of stress on just the one person who's either carrying more of the burden or the one person that is not allowed to involve themselves the way that they choose to or they want to. You know what I'm saying? And it can trickle down to the kids or whatever the case may be. But I really elaborated on the fact of the parent because people don't even think about that. Like, even though, we're the ones making a decision to do it. We're the ones in it or whatever the case may be. It's still very crucial. It comes with a lot, So Wonder Mommy said, naturally, no parent wants to see their child sad and not having what other kids have, and that can really cause a wave of depression in the household the child lives in. That's a fact, because there's also could be a lack when it becomes a co-parenting situation. You know what I'm saying? If the co-parenting situation is not effective, a lot of things lack. So Tamika _Roy said, I hope Maine and Jump Shot spoke one-on-one about this basketball stuff. Oh my God.
Yo, King, I wanted to let you know I'm genuine with everything that I do, how I speak, how I move. I did want to hit you up. I was pushed to hit you up. I just didn't want to hit you up, and then it seemed like I was just like, I don't know. I just wanted you to know me for me before I came to ask for anything or anything. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, but she been pushing me. Who? Miko's pushing? That's my queen. That's the queen. That's the queen mother. That's dogs to the trenches. Yo,
yes.
Yo, man, she could have called me and said, yo, my homeboy went to holler at you. I'm different. As you can see how I talk, I am like, she's struggling with me too. She's trying to knock me over the head right now. Knocking and dodging. She's trying to whoop me. She's trying, you know. But I'm working. I'm definitely going to contact you. I just got done with my event. And actually, I'm glad we had this conversation. Because if it's possible, I definitely want to have these type of conversations at my next event. It's a healing one.
That is definitely possible. That's very possible.
It's a healing one. I got it indoors. I'm working with disabled people.
That's very possible. Wanda Mommy said it's very hard to raise a child alone. Yes, it is. You know, can anyone on here add to what me and Maine said in regards to depression, in regards to stress? Is there anything outside of that you think is difficult for the parent?
Yeah. I'll let you weigh in, Jump Shot, because I was coach. Sorry. Yeah, you go. You go first. I'll give you a chance first.
Go first, Allie. I went first.
And then we'll go to the loan. Yeah. So, okay. That's such a multifaceted subject. You know, you have I feel like everybody has either anxiety and or depression. Well, both, because it's. But are you gonna just have it as a diagnosis, or is it just part of the world?
You feel like everyone has that? You feel like everyone has depression and anxiety?
Something stressful, like just getting a bill in the mail creates stress. That's anxiety, not on a large scale, but I mean, does anybody not get stressed when you see a bill and you have to pay something, and it's just how it is today, the society. But it's just when you're raised a certain way. You could be from a certain type of household, the income level, and your income level, like how you're raised, could create your adult depression or anxiety based on, how you're judged or picked on in school. Like, okay, look at the kids who are like this, raised in this type of household, and there is no one size fits all. I don't want this to say well off or poverty, because it could just be opposite, like the way things go. Okay. Somebody well off who is raised with expectations, they're following it, then they're like an adult, and okay, you're 20, you're 25, now you can't get it. Why can't you get a job? Because you're getting handouts your whole life. That doesn't go for everybody, but that will create some problems. Mm-hmm. And every family with their own unique circumstances has their own based on, whatever income and social economic circumstances are circulating you. I had some kindergarten trauma myself based on where I was living, so it wasn't a big deal, but I got over it. Took some time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we all have trauma. Yeah.
I might get off a little early. I'm gonna just drop a few jewels, and it matches everything y'all just said. The soul comes down here for a certain journey. What I have, I've been revealed to some information that The soul chooses a family off of what it won't get. Because what it won't get, it works for. It works towards. Mm-hmm. I got the information, I had to eat it at first. I put it into myself, and I had to learn that I ain't never had a mother and a father in one household at all. I've never got that, and that's something that I fight for with my star seed. I make sure I'm here. What I didn't have made me who I am. I didn't have the love in my house, but I got it all over these trenches, all over the community. And that's man. It's
do you fight for that though? Because you feel like, do you fight for that though, man? Because you feel like this is something that you lacked, and that was an issue for you moving forward in life, or do you fight for that because you feel like I didn't have that, so this is what I want to give?
I fight for it because I know what it's worth, because I didn't have it.
Okay.
So that's also why I teach too, because I didn't have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I didn't have it this way. Like, right. I was always talking, but I didn't have it this way, to where I got resources. I know what I'm talking about. I've experienced this. Get up to it, and then to bring it case in point, it goes to say you have no control over the soul. The masculine and feminine energy is here to guide and protect the soul and from its environment. Usually it would have been the jungle. Now it's the schools. Like she said, when the kid goes out into the schools, it's bullies, it's this, it's that. We're supposed to demonstrate to them, you get what I'm saying, so they can learn how to move amongst life. Because really, the co-parenting thing be an issue when you're trying to be a friend with your child and not their parent.
The co-parenting issue. Wait, say that again. The co-parenting
with your child and not the parent. Right.
I know.
That's interesting. That is very interesting.
It's because when you take emotions, go ahead.
Yep. So the queen said, depends on who the child lives with. If the mom is depressed and stressed, that will trickle down to the child and affect the child in academics, emotional, and mental health. Hence, kids that go commit crimes. She also said, you making your points for sure. But we living in a different time now. When we were growing up, we had the elders. This generation has social media. Yep.
Like kids, when we were, but I just say we was. On social media, we're being the elder. So at the end of this, like you said, we got to make sure we have some type of solution. And I'm available. Y'all know that. Right?
Yes.
Because I lived it. I'm living around it. I help heal it. I'm healing from it. All this, like we talking about right now. Like, you get what I'm saying? This is part of like what drives me. Because I survived it. I wanted to the whole time. I'm not gonna lie. Every time somebody did something to me, at first I wanted to prove them wrong.
Right.
But then I started to prove shit to myself.
So
I started to do that, nobody can take nothing from me.
Absolutely. So with all that we just said, right? Should there be more thought when it comes to who, where, or when you have a child with someone to eliminate these issues, or are these issues not the problem at all? The who, where, or when? You want me to say that again? You want me to say that again for the people in the back? Right. I agree. I think that the who, where, and when is a big deal. I really do. That goes on into my next question, as to say, how can we lessen the chances of having to co-parent? So one of the things is, like, a lot of the times when we get with people and we choose to procreate, like, we're really lusting. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're lusting. Like, we're not loving. We're lusting. Okay. And, the lusting is always a good area. You know what I'm saying? So it's there's not many difficulties that comes within that. You barely see the real person, or whatever the case may be, and so on and so forth, but that is a huge deal. Like the lusting, not dating long enough. Like, That is something that I really in my healing journey, that is something that I really learned. You understand? You have to date. You have to date, and you have to date for a long time. And when I say date, I don't mean like going out to dinner, this and that. Not that type of dating. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to, huh?
Not the Steve Harvey.
Right. We not the Steve Harvey. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can have a little bit of that too, but that's not what it's about. You know, like you are one-to-one with this person. You are liking this person. You are getting to know this person. You are interested in this person. Like you have to prolong that. There has to be longevity in that, because if not, you're lusting. Period. You're lusting. Now, if you choose outside of that, you know this person, you love this person, you done seen the bad, you done seen the good, you done seen how they act when you're around, when you're not, so on and so forth. Like, and then you and that person come together to say, all right, we can do this. Like, I think we can do this. That has to be a decision. I personally feel like that has to be a decision on both parties.
You got my brain cracked.
Like, I really do. And a lot of the times that decision of bringing a child into the world is not a both decision. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of the times we be lusting, the girl get pregnant, and it's like, all right, what we gonna do? The question is what we gonna do, but the question is like, all right, whatever you want to do, I'm gonna do. You know, like, so it's like we didn't decide that together. You know what I mean? Like, and it comes with good intent, I'm sure. You don't want to not step up to the plate. You already made this situation. You're going to be responsible and things of that nature, or you think you are, and it becomes something else. And that comes from lusting, not dating long enough. It even comes from not having, what someone said earlier, I don't remember who said it, but I think Jump Shot said it, not having enough knowledge of what family is. And the education behind having a child. You are creating a family. You are not just creating a child. You are creating a family.
If a youngster, let's say somebody in their 20s, if a guy in his 20s, a girl in his 20s, if neither of them comes from a family vibe, eating dinner together, spending time with their brothers and sisters, talking to their mother and father on a regular basis, they really go by with their friends' atmosphere. Like if they don't know family vibe, they only know the family that they choose from their friends or their cousins. So they may not have the good times, the Brady Bunch. Like the white family, the Brady Bunch, they talked about everything. Good times, teachers talked about everything. You got a lot of youngsters, they sharing information with their friends. So it's like the blind leading the blind. So one girl may say, well, her boyfriend did this, me and my boyfriend, we gonna do this too. But they never got that moral fiber from their parents or older generation.
Right.
So it's kind of hard for them to role model something that they never had.
That's true. That is true. That's what I'm saying though. That's the lack of knowledge that we have. I agree. You don't see it. You're not seeing it. You didn't go through it. It's not in your home. You didn't live it. Things of that nature. Like, so, it's the lack of knowledge. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. And the lack.
It needs to be some type of life class in school. Like they need to add it in curriculum. Because
it ain't going to school.
Nah, I don't think that's something that comes from school. That needs to come from the home.
What you talking about right now? That's how you reverse curses. They're not gonna put that in school. That's what I do constantly. We teach it. We do shadow work and we do ancestral work. So I have my people go back, talk to their mother, their grandmother, their great grandmother. You get what I'm saying? Like, because the DNA is everything. We having this is a good conversation, but and all when it comes down to it, it's the DNA. It's when it all comes down to it. That's why when, where, and who does matter.
Right.
Because once you mix it, y'all alchemists. Once y'all two mix them energies and them chemicals.
Not the chemicals.
know exactly who you are. So you got to do your own work before y'all even create. Like it goes deep like that. So like I said, big mess. So we got to do a lot of. Who's your mother? Do you know who your mom really is? Like, what blood type are you?
Right.
Where they come from?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we know what we're capable of. How my family handles things. Why my attitude this way?
Yes.
Like you get what I'm saying? Like that comes from the DNA, and then it comes from the experience of the environment that you in.
Yes.
Yeah. What's your identity too? Like people answer that question by describing their characteristics and personality all the time. Your identity is not, it's like soul versus mind.
There you go.
That's the whole fact. So Wanda Mommy said, no, Shannon, I don't agree with that because at the end of the day, that's your bloodline. You can't change no matter what because he should have wrapped it up at the end of the day, period. Then she said, but I forgot what she not agreeing with. I gotta tell. She said,
that's what I just said that.
Right. She said that's a whole human being, a child, your child, and regardless of how that child got here, it's here. And they both shared in making that possible. It takes two. I understand it, and I completely agree. But let me tell you something, and I'm not making no excuses for it, but I am going to say that in reality, right? That's like saying, let me try to get an example. Like that's like basically, okay, I always say that a baby will either make or break, but it does not make somebody who they never were.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, no, it doesn't unless they want to. So yes, we as the responsible person, right, or the person who cares about their offspring in that way would think that way. However, and we may think the other person is wrong for not thinking that way. But at the end of the day, there are some people out there who a baby will not change them. And that's a woman or man.
Sure. I see it.
Because they are that person. That's who they are. You know what I'm saying? And then it comes with what is actually important to you. If bearing a child or having a child is not important to someone as it is to someone else, it's not going to change them.
Some people will be forced to. Right now, my mother, she's been structured her whole life. She is changing. In less than a week, she is doing so many things different. And it's because I'm undergoing this vibrational change. I don't understand, like, the whole physical thing. And I don't know if there's glitter on my hands. I wash my hands a lot.
Right.
This thing that's going on, I know that a lot of people are going through it right now. I felt sick all week, but it's just energy from head to toe, electric current. And my mother has a good soul. She is actually supportive at the heart. So she is now changing with me.
Yep. Heart chakra.
Yes. And let's even talk about it. Like, okay, like, there's some parents out there.
Babe, it's 9:53.
Right. Okay, yes, exactly. And I really don't want to do a part 2 because I know people got shit to do. So let's get right into it real quick. Okay, so I just basically went down the line of how can we co-parent if necessary more effectively? That's basically where we're going to end with. How can we co-parent if necessary more effectively? So one of the things I said was like, keep it about your child, the best interest of your child. If you're in a co-parenting situation, know your child, okay? Know your kid. These kids be playing against each other, okay? A lot of the times, know your kid. A lot of the times, one parent don't know their damn kid, and the other parent do. Okay? So that's a big part. That plays a big part. Know your kid, okay? Keep love first. Like, love wins at the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying?
Co-parenting. I'm going to be quiet.
I mean, I don't know if it will be co-parenting or not, but I'm not saying love in a way as to where we...
If it was love first, automatically, it wouldn't be no co-parenting.
And that's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. But now when I say love at this point in the co-parenting situation, keep the love for your kids first. Keep the love for your kids. Everything else gonna balance out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times these parents is acting like they loving these kids and they really not. That goes back to losing the focus of what this is really about. They really not loving their kids like that. You understand what I'm saying? And it's hard for us to understand that and take it in, right? Because we think like, damn, we had these kids. Why would you not love your kid? But it's really going down like that. And they don't even know that they don't love their kid the way they don't love their kid. You understand? So that's that. Respect, man. Okay? You took that out of my mouth as soon as we got on here. But I'm repeating it for you guys. Respect and communication. Okay, respect.
Women, that's the key for all women. Like that's on here and that's gonna watch this. If you really want to unlock any type of thing in a man, respect him like he ain't never been respected before.
Right.
We deal with love differently. I'll break that down another time.
No, that's a whole fact, though. I agree with that. I agree. And I was seeing something like a little bit earlier in regards to like back to the divine feminine and things like that, and being soft and being a soft girl. But it's respect. It's respect. You could whisper everything to a man and this and that. And yeah, you might get your way, but it has more to do with your aura of respect that you're giving. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Like, and that's with anybody.
It's gonna make me go do shit to go reach that level within myself. I want to feel like how and trust me, respect is your key for whatever relationship or friendship y'all in, bro.
That's the whole fact, and it goes both ways. It goes both ways. When a woman feels respected, she's gonna do anything for her man.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
They gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just saying, like, I know women love is y'all got many love languages, and y'all emotional, not creatures, but y'all emotional. Y'all deal with y'all emotions. Y'all want to be met there at times. If not all the time, y'all want to be met there.
Absolutely.
But men, that's not but we will do it.
Right.
The respect though for doing it, or the respect for other things, you will unlock codes in us that's never been seen before.
Got it. I also went on to say last thing, well, that's not the last thing, but egos has to go. The egos has to go. The egos has to go. They gotta go. Okay. And never allow your child to be the messenger. Don't do it. Never allow your child to be the messenger. Okay, your child is not your friend. That goes back to your child being your friend and all those other things. No, we're not doing that. No matter what, and no matter how hard it gets, we have to communicate as adults. We have children. Children need to be children, and adults need to be adults.
That protect us from these children too.
I'm trying to tell you because they be playing us. I'm telling you. But I do want to say, guys, I don't know if you guys have anything else to say, but I do have 2 minutes left.
So you only get 30 minutes on the show?
No, it's an hour. It felt like 30 minutes. Do I need to do 2 hours? Right, exactly.
I thought that was 30 minutes. I swear I thought that was 30 minutes.
That's what's up, though. That means that it was a great show. A great show and great energy. And I love it.
You recording this on YouTube?
Yes, it is. I am recording. I am recording it on YouTube. Once again, I am recording it. I'm live stream right now on YouTube. They can hear y'all. They can't see y'all, but they can hear y'all. Huh? Yeah, no, but it's fine. It's fine because we doing what we do all the time. But
let me give a plug so they can hear us. Y'all check me out on jumpshotsovergunshots.com.
Yes.
Education, entrepreneurship. Check us out.
That's right. Let's go. I got one last minute. You already know how Instagram be doing, so I don't want it to do what it do. So I will catch you guys next Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love y'all. If y'all want to like do something in the middle of the week, we could do that as well. Okay. So just hit me up and y'all have a blessed rest of y'all weekend. Thank you guys.
Allie, I'm recording.
Call me great.
And that's Drop the Mic Live Mic. Let's go.